to the Rock Mount Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, unemployment rates are down, but one major widespread issue remains. We'll hear from Commissioner Laura Fortman this morning.
Plus, a blast from the past in Winterport as the town got to experience vintage drag racing.
And the schools down east all face issues with PFAS contamination. And with school a week away, the clock is ticking. Your local news right now.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Joe Cortez. Thanks for joining us this morning. We have had corrupt files, rain, running around like crazy. It's been a hectic morning, but we're here. We're ready for the news.
It's a Tuesday. The rain is just like cleansing everything. It's a clean week. It's just different.
We're all ready to rock and roll
We're
today.
ready to rock
and more
roll.
importantly, it's Taco Tuesday.
Most importantly, Joe.
Let's start over to Devin Biggs with your Tuesday forecast.
Good morning, Devin.
And thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. With a large supply of ammo and stock, custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today. Alrighty, fog is still an issue again this morning. We have some reduced visibilities near the Bangor and Rockland area. This will begin to improve soon, though, as we will be watching some rain. I'll be getting out of here, too. And the sun may try to peek out later in the day before it goes down. But meanwhile, we've had some decent rainfall, around 1 to 2 inches in a few spots, so much needed rain in some spots. While in other spots, so not a lot of rain, but either way, though, we'll definitely take what we can get at this point. The radar is still showing a few showers that are moving through. No lightning with this. This is all tracking from the southwest to the north and east. The lightning tracker is on. We're not seeing any returns on that this morning, so that's a little bit of good news. There's a little bit of rain to kind of help you sleep out there from last night to this morning, but maybe hard to wake up in a few areas because it's still a little bit dreary out there as all this right here continues to track off towards the north and east. But notice nothing behind it, though, except for maybe a few sprinkles as the rain will start to back off later on today into the afternoon period before a few more showers try to develop later on tonight. So as for futurecasts, the clouds will try to get out of here. Maybe a quick break to allow some sunshine. Then a few more showers try to get in here as we head towards early Wednesday morning. As for the wind, though, not too bad. It'll be out of the north today in a few spots at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. The directions may change just a little bit, but staying relatively calm moving forward for the next several days or so. So your forecast for today, middle 70s, some morning showers, then becoming mostly cloudy. The sun possibly coming out late. Northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, lower 60s, a few showers, areas of dense fog as well, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. And your early forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period becoming cloudy. Temperatures in the 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Thank you, Devin. The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help identifying a vehicle or individuals involved in an alleged assault that took place at the Suzanne M. Smith Elementary School in Levant over the weekend. According to the Sheriff's Office, on Friday at approximately 7:30 p.m., deputies responded to a report of an assault that took place on the playground of the Levant School. They say the vehicle seen in the picture was occupied by 2 adults, and a female from the vehicle assaulted one of the 3 youths who were playing on the playground before leaving the area. The Sheriff's Office says they are reviewing video to help develop further leads. If you recognize this vehicle or have any information about the incident, you are asked to contact the Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigative Division at 947-4585.
The federal government has agreed to pay $8 million to settle a claim that a federally funded clinic failed to alert a mother or authorities of signs of abuse of a 6-month-old boy. Alexandria Orduna of Brewer contended medical professionals failed to recognize or report signs of abuse inflicted on her son by a man who was living with her in 2019. On Monday, the attorney for Ms. Orduna filed a motion to dismiss a lawsuit after the settlement was executed last month. The man accused of causing the injuries was sentenced to 4 years in prison.
The Bangor Police Department has issued a silver alert for 55-year-old Joseph Deslaranzirids of Presque Isle. He was last seen yesterday at approximately 2:49 p.m., leaving Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center in Bangor on foot. He has been hospitalized with a traumatic brain injury since he was involved in a crash a month ago. He is a white male, 5'10", 175 pounds, with gray hair and blue eyes. He was last seen wearing a dark blue t-shirt, blue jeans, with a black belt and black sneakers. Anyone who has seen him or has any information should call 911 or the Bangor Police Department at 207-947-7382.
In other news, Bangor City Council proclaimed August 31st as Overdose Awareness Day, which coincides with International Overdose Awareness Day. Now, Councilor Joe Leonard read out the proclamation, reinforcing the city's commitment to addressing the ongoing drug epidemic.
The city resolves to play our part in reducing the toll of overdoses in our community, which has claimed the lives of 105 overdose deaths in Penobscot County and 636 people in the state of Maine in 2021, with countless more lives affected forever.
The proclamation also encouraged community members to obtain training on preventing, identifying, and responding to an opioid overdose using the overdose remedy naloxone.
With schools in Maine starting in the next few weeks, there are a lot of factors students and teachers are considering, often causing stress. Matthew Jurancic has the story.
As students of all ages get ready to head back to school, anxiety remains an all-time high over school safety.
There's normal stress of getting back to school, but I think at this time we got a couple other huge stressors that students are dealing with that historically they haven't had to deal with. One is that this is, we've had so many mass shootings and big, casualty events in schools that a lot of kids are apprehensive.
During the 2021-2022 school year, Evertown Research reports that there was a total of 193 incidents of gunfire in schools ranging from preschool to high schools. This is 4 times the average number of gunfire incidents inside schools since 2013. Prescott says that these types of incidents only increase stress students are dealing with.
No matter how you measure it, we just have to acknowledge that there's been an increase in clinical anxiety, depression, and mental health problems in students from kids in elementary school to middle school through to high school. So it's here.
According to Prescott, more than half of kids are somewhat or very worried that a shooting is going to happen inside their school. He says that some kids are going to have trouble managing their stress.
We see it clinically, kids coming in, their anxiety or depression has just gotten too big to manage, right? Some is normal, but eventually it gets so big that you can't study, that you can't think, that you're snapping at your parents or snapping at your friends. So you see it kind of cross a threshold.
Heading into a new academic year, Prescott says the best way teachers and parents can ease the stress students have is by actively listening and being able to sympathize.
I tend to encourage parents and teachers, if a kid's in trouble, just to ask the question and then bite your tongue and be quiet. Right? You want to ask a lot of questions and listen. Most kids have thought about this and try to selectively reinforce those things you think that are helpful and maybe downplay a little bit those things that you think might be making them more wound up than they need to be.
Reporting from Bangor, Matthew Jurancic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
The time is now 6:08. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, masking regulations are shifting, and now the Bangor City Council will discuss the possibility of removing existing mask mandates for city buildings.
But first is a quick look at our forecast. A high of 75 degrees today. We'll see some rain this morning. It'll turn into overcast, and tonight some scattered showers will move in the area. Temperatures dropping down to the low 60s. Tomorrow we're back up in the high 70s with scattered thunderstorms.
Do you struggle to open or close your windows? Are they drafty or leaky? Are you constantly adjusting your thermostat only to have your energy bill skyrocket? If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't miss out. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
The signs of summer are here. The sun's out for the evening commute. Whistles and clapping echo from the ball field. And a day at the lake brings the family together. Valley Home Services offers whole home comfort, serving northern Maine to Portland. Choose from Daikin, Fujitsu, or Mitsubishi heat pumps, and you'll be ready for whatever summer brings. Humid days or cool nights, come home to comfort with Valley Home Services. Home is our middle name.
Steve Harvey powers the X-Team.
If roles were reversed, what might the turkey do to you on Thanksgiving?
Eat my drumstick. On Family Feud. On ABC7.
I give it gas.
This really caused you emotional distress.
We're a little bit over this and we're not looking at it correctly, okay? You have to let me explain.
Believe me, the emotional distress here was not yours, it was ours.
Hot match.
Tuesday at 3 on ABC7.
And we're back. As COVID-19 masking regulations continue to shift from mandates to recommendations, the Bangor City Council will discuss the possibility of removing existing mask mandates for city buildings when transmission is high. The governor's state of emergency declaration ended more than a year ago, yet mask mandates to city buildings in Bangor have remained. The Bangor City Council could change that mandate to match more updated CDC recommendations. The discussion will focus on if the council believes masking mandates in city-owned facilities should continue if community levels in Penobscot County are still high. COVIDActNow.gov reports COVID-19 risk metric levels are low, showing that 81.5% of people in Penobscot County are vaccinated. The council is expected to make a decision to possibly implement changes in the coming weeks.
The Department of Labor recently released statistics showing a decrease in unemployment numbers. However, staffing shortages remain a widespread issue. A.J. Douglas talked to the department's commissioner to learn more.
Friday, the Department of Labor reported unemployment rates in July were at 2.8% compared to 3% in June. Department Commissioner Laura Fortman says these are pre-pandemic numbers, despite the fact that countless employers are still short-staffed.
There are actually very few people who are unemployed right now. On the other side of that, we have employers looking for workers, and there are currently about 2 jobs for every 1 unemployed person.
Fortman reminds employers to assert diversity and inclusion practices when staffing potential employees.
Think about people who have traditionally been underemployed. So, for example, folks with disabilities, older workers, younger workers. And right now is a great opportunity for those folks to pursue career opportunities.
Communications Director for Disability Rights Maine, Julia Endicott, says the organization advocates to increase employment for people with disabilities. Endicott says fear should not play a role in the hiring process.
We know employers are afraid of hiring somebody with disabilities because they don't necessarily know how the accommodations process works. They're afraid of something happening, and they're very hesitant.
Endicott notes that minor adjustments can make a big impact for an applicant living with a disability.
Policy like flexible scheduling can be something that means somebody with a disability is able to start working at that organization, that employer.
Fortman says the Department of Labor cannot predict what's next to come in terms of unemployment trends, but encourages job seekers and employers to utilize the department's resources. A.J. Douglas, ABC7, Fox 22.
We are 13 minutes past the top of the hour. After the break, PFAS contaminations are creating a stir on MDI. We'll see how the new carbon filtering system will help 3 schools facing the issue.
Plus, parents in Washington, D.C. are being told their children must be vaccinated for COVID-19 before they go back to school. We'll have the details when we return.
Are you guys ready to play your Bet Your Life?
Yeah! 2 perfect strangers.
We got a teacher and a doctor. We have an author and an acrobat. We got an astronaut and a psychologist. Can't go wrong.
Stir out their stuff.
I'm here to play. Let's win some money on You Bet Your Life with Jay.
And stuff their pockets.
What do you think? Double or nothing?
Go big, go home. Let's go.
You Bet Your Life.
You got it. You double your money. There you go.
Weekdays at 10 on ABC7.
She did not want to continue making payments. She didn't want to fix the car. I mean, this is why we're here.
A generous co-signer gets burned.
The car had been damaged. It's actually a total loss at this point. She also had no insurance in the car, Your Honor.
Now she's under fire.
I said, if you can't afford to make the payments...
You were going to pay.
But you crashed the car.
Yeah, but that had nothing to do with it getting taken away.
Next, Judge Judy.
Tuesday at 5, only on ABC 7.
If only there was a place in the morning to start my day. With a smile, somewhere to help me get in the know. Oh, wait, there is.
Good morning, America.
GMA 7A. Now that's how you start your day.
You want to feel important, to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
We know. We felt that way too.
And that's why we joined the Army National Guard. Take on your legacy.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Three schools down east are working to combat PFAS contamination before school resumes at the end of this month. Mount Desert Island High School, Brooklyn Elementary School, and Deer Isle Stonington High School are all facing issues with PFAS contamination in their schools' water supplies. The school district is working to install filtration systems before school starts on the 30th. The schools had previously tested for PFAS contaminations in the spring, and after finding the levels of chemicals in the water were well above the state recommendation requirement level of 20 parts per trillion, MDI High School Principal Matt Haney said the new carbon filtering system will be installed and tested in the coming week.
We have a pretty intricate and extensive carbon filtering system being installed that will bring our PFAS levels significantly below the recommended parts per million.
If the school is unable to get the proper testing completed before the school year starts on August 30th, they will take other measures to ensure the safety and health of their students.
If it's not below those recommended levels, we will continue to provide bottled water in the large 5-gallon containers that we have over the summer, have spread out throughout the school for, the students and staff to use as they go through the school year. I'm confident that we're not going to need to do that, and we're ready to do it if it happens.
Haney would like to remind the public to monitor their own drinking water and to stay aware of potential contamination. The State Public Health and Safety Office is also conducting research into whether the wastewater systems nearby the schools have been contaminated as well.
Now to the extreme weather and urgent flash flood threat today. Up to 8 inches of rain could fall in parts of the south. The Northeast is also on alert, with significant travel delays possible. But the top concern is in parts of Texas, including the Dallas area. ABC's Mona Kosar Abdi has the details.
This morning, the flash flooding threat expanding into Texas, Oklahoma, and Louisiana as relentless monsoon rains pummeled the Southwest. In New Mexico's Carlsbad Caverns National Park, about 150 people were evacuated after they were stranded for hours due to impassable roads.
Nobody knew what time we could leave. We thought maybe a couple of hours. We didn't realize we'd be there all night.
Every weather station in Arizona and New Mexico is reporting above average rainfall in this year's monsoon season. But drought conditions that have parched the soil in the region for months mean a sudden burst of rain can trigger life-threatening conditions.
And if this rain comes down too heavy, too fast, you can see parts of Texas there, exceptional drought. That's the concern, the flooding and the flash flooding.
In Utah, a search is underway for a woman swept away by floodwaters in Zion National Park. Authorities say Zatal Agnahoetry was one of several hikers taken off guard by rushing waters. All of the hikers made it to higher ground, except Agnahoetry. Her brother says she cannot swim. And now the Northeast is bracing for much-needed storms. States in extreme drought, including Rhode Island, Connecticut, and Massachusetts, could get more than an inch of rain through tomorrow. Delta and United are already issuing travel waivers for anyone who might be impacted by the weather at some Northeast airports. It comes just days after Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg sent a warning to airlines to improve customer service, including providing more help to travelers trapped by flight cancellations and delays.
The Transportation Department says 24% of domestic flights have been delayed so far this year.
The time is now 6:19.
And with that story concluding, we can look at our weather forecast and see what meteorologist Devin Biggs has in store. Hopefully, we do get a little bit of rain because that drought is really affecting our farms.
I know, in the whole Northeast.
Well, Devin, what's in store?
Good morning, Devin.
Thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. With a large supply of ammo in stock, custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today. Already fog's a problem out there in a few areas this morning, seeing reduced visibility at around 1 to 3 miles. This may get a little bit thicker in a few spots this morning, as we'll keep the fog rolling for a little while. But of course, rainfall. We've had some decent rainfall, and this is just as of this morning with the latest reports that have come in. Other areas, not a whole lot. Others, about 1 to 2 inches, which is good news. We definitely need the rain out there, so this would definitely help out the drought situation in a few areas. And we are still seeing a little bit of rain out there this morning, mainly across the eastern parts of the viewing area, just to the north of Bangor as well. This is all tracking off towards the north and east. A few showers to the south and west, too. Nothing too extreme at this point. This will start to back off as we head toward the latter parts of the day, as low pressure tracks off towards the north and east. But again, we're not done just yet. So this is just the first round of rain I'll be moving through. We'll catch a break today, though, with even the sun coming out later on tonight, at least before the sun sets, I should say, later in the afternoon or the evening time frame, the sun will come out. Then by tonight, though, the clouds begin to move in again as another little round of a few showers try to sneak in here, though, from another system that'll try to sneak in. So the pattern's still staying active, and we will get a little bit of a break later this afternoon. But again, we definitely need the precipitation. Here's the drought monitor that was released last Thursday. Moderate and severe drought still across a good part of the state, so any rainfall that we do get definitely will help things out. As the wave heights are up a little bit, though, because of the area of low pressure moving in at around 2 to 4 feet, according to the buoys. No small craft advisory in effect at this point. They're not expected to get much higher. But, man, this is a nice change. The winds will not be an issue at all, remaining relatively calm for the next several days or so not much of a worry there in a few areas. But our average high is 79 degrees. We'll be in the middle to upper 70s for the next few days, so overall not too bad. The lower 80s on the way by Thursday. Then back in the upper 70s Friday, Saturday, lower 80s by Sunday, and then lower 80s again as we head towards your Monday. Muggy mirrors showing dew points that will be up there a little bit, reaching up into the lower to maybe middle 60s between now and as we head towards Friday before another system moves in, drops us back down to the comfortable category as we head towards Saturday and even into parts of Sunday. Futurecast moving forward, we'll get a lot of the rain out of here. A break in the clouds allowing some sunshine to peek through late before it goes down. Then clouds move in again, allowing a few more showers to sneak through. Nothing too ridiculous going on there. It will keep chances for a few showers and even a few rumbles of thunder going as we head towards Wednesday as well, with a mixture of clouds and sunshine otherwise in a few spots. How much rain for the rest of today, though? Nothing too ridiculous. Maybe a few isolated areas of higher amounts, but pretty much a lot of the accumulating rainfall, we are just about done. We're running this all the way through Saturday. About 3/4 of an inch could still fall. So again, more beneficial rain on the way between now and Saturday. So your forecast for today, middle 70s, some morning showers, otherwise mostly cloudy. That northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Lower 60s tonight, a few showers, areas of dense fog as well, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, upper 70s, scattered showers and thunderstorms possible. West wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. A small chance of storms on Thursday, highs in the low 80s. By Friday, more storms, highs in the upper 70s. And we dry out by Saturday, mostly sunny, highs in the upper 70s.
I grew up in Eastport. My dad actually worked for Bangor Hydro, so that was always my goal. I've been here for 36 years. We're all that same company, from Washington County to Bangor, Lincoln, Prescott. We're all the same people. We're all from here. This area is like one big community. When we help people, that's our biggest reward, getting the power back on. We've done that for years, and we'll continue to do that.
The ABC7 at Fox 22 Ultimate Backyard Barbecue giveaway is back. 5 lucky winners will take home $100 in quality meats from WVII & Sons. In addition, 1 lucky winner will win a grand prize of a brand new Weber gas grill. All you need to do to become a winner is stop by and fill out an entry form at Osborne's Plumbing and Heating, natural gas, air conditioners, and mini-split heat pumps installations, or the Farmer's Table in Corinna for breakfast, lunches, dinners, and desserts made from farm fresh ingredients. Make your summer barbecue ultimate with ABC7 and Fox 22.
Looking to improve or upgrade your home? Here with At Home FAB and KBF, we offer a great selection of appliances, furniture, bedding, cabinetry, flooring, and more. We have a friendly, welcoming environment and will work with you every step of the way from start to finish. We service our merchandise. Any fixes or repairs, we can do that too. Our professional team has more than 50 years of experience and is here to help. Stop in and ask about our Synchrony 12 months financing with no interest and see what we can do to make you feel at home.
Jason Aldean. When lights come on. Rock and Roll Cowboy Tour 2022. Presented by Wolf Moon Bourbon. Saturday, September 10th. Maine Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. With Gabby Barrett. And John Morgan. If I didn't love. ACM Artist of the Decade. Jason Aldean. Let's get this thing started. It's my kind of. On sale now at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business.
There are new concerns among civil rights advocates yesterday over the school vaccine mandate in Washington, D.C. It was one of the strictest in the country. Experts say it could have a disproportionately adverse impact on minority students. Fox's Mike Emanuel has the story.
Parents in Washington, D.C. are being told their children must be vaccinated for COVID-19 before they go back to school. The D.C. school superintendent warning all students must have up-to-date immunization certification on file with the school within the first 20 school days, or they will not be allowed to attend school or school activities until the immunization certification is secured by the school. One local mother in favor of the mandate credits city leadership for being responsive.
Well, I'm very happy that DC government has listened to parents, has listened to our pediatricians.
But the DC branch of the NAACP is sounding the alarm.
We are very concerned about the racial and educational inequities that will result from this mandate.
So its leadership is calling for a quality remote learning option.
We cannot force families or students to be vaccinated, so there must be an option for those students to obtain quality education. And Black and brown students within this city will not be left behind.
According to the city's data, in Washington, D.C., 100% of white kids 12 to 15 years of age have received their COVID-19 shots, compared to 61% of Black children in the same age range. Mayor Muriel Bowser is pushing back.
We have a substantially fewer number of kids that we have to engage with vaccination.
Aside from the nation's capital, only New Orleans has a similar mandate ahead of this school year. Los Angeles pushed its vaccine requirement for students back to 2023. In Washington, Mike Emanuel, Fox News.
Still to come here on the second half of our show, we'll get a glimpse of the antique car show and drag race that drew crowds from all over this past weekend.
And we'll hear from an economist who has predictions on the state of rent prices in Maine. This and more local news as Good Morning Maine continues.
This week on Wheel, we're celebrating the great outdoors. It's worth at least 3 of those. And these nature lovers
love getting outside, backpacking,
camping, hiking, are looking for adventure.
Perfect for our outdoor week.
Plus, Pat tells a campfire tale.
I have a bird story
That leaves Vanna.
He died?
In stitches. All this week on Wheel of Fortune.
Weekdays at 7 on ABC7.
This week on Jeopardy! The road to the Tournament of Champions continues.
It's going to be quite a lineup.
Relive Super Champ Amy Schneider's streak-ending loss.
Thank you for the 2 months you spent with us.
Plus, Christine Welch's tiebreaker win. Fan favorites Margaret Shelton, Maureen O'Neill, and Jackie Kelly.
Truly anything can happen on our show.
5 different Tournament of Champions qualifiers. This week on Jeopardy!
All this week at 7:30, only on ABC7.
Now,
when it matters most. The straightforward facts. ABC News is America's #1 news. Good Morning America, #1 in the morning, 9 years running. World News Tonight with David Muir, #1 in the evening with America's most watched newscast. 2020, the #1 news magazine on Friday nights. The View, the #1 daytime talk show. And ABC News Live, #1 in streaming news. ABC News is America's #1 news.
Okay, now, I love me some GMA so much. Time for me to do, well, a little GMA-ish promo. Ready? GMA 7A every day. Boom, boom, boom. Bring your friends. Yes, now we're talking. That's how you start the day with Robin, George, Michael, and GMA. Starting sharp at 7A every day. So go on. Just say, Good morning, America. Good morning, America. You know it's America's #1 morning show, people. Bring your friends.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Happy Tuesday, Maine. It's August 23rd of 2022. There are 130 days left in the year. If it looks like rain, well, our guy Devin has a forecast. He's been watching it all night. We'll hear from him in just a moment. Here's a little history that you maybe never heard about. Snow chains were patented 114 years ago today. You don't see too many of them on the roads anymore. Tires have come a long way since then.
Maybe in the Canadian Rockies.
Yes,
you see them.
or north of Greenville. You know, Piscataqua County. I mean, they get a lot of snow up there. I've driven up there in the winter, and if I didn't have four-wheel drive, I was not making it back for that story on time.
That's true. Maybe in the Bigelows.
Yes.
So if you live in Kingfield and you still see people with chains on their tires, I want to hear about it.
Yes.
All right, so actress Barbara Eden from TV's I Dream of Jeannie is 91 today. Actress Shelley Long from TV's Cheers is 73. Today is Buttered Corn Day. Oh, it's in season, it's sweet. It's Hug Your Sweetheart Day, and it's Internaut Day. Internaut can be defined as a person who has a deep knowledge of how to use the internet as well as its history.
Interesting.
What's the opposite of an internaut?
A non-internaut.
Yes.
Say that 10 times fast. But, I mean, can we go back to the Buttered Corn Day?
Yes.
Okay, so this is probably a little bit of far-fetched, but there are two ways to eat corn. You either eat it or you take a knife and you cut it down on the edges. So which one are you?
It depends on what it is.
Depends on what it is.
If I have to mix corn into something, which I don't remember the last time I've done that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tacos?
Sure.
Tacos.
Oh, right. Duh.
Corn salsa? Come on.
I know I haven't made tacos in a dangerously long time.
I made them last night. We were a little early on the tacos. Yeah, I needed them. It was so bad. I needed tacos. It was like, I went to the grocery store. You know when you go to the grocery store and you just want to make everything that you bought?
Oh, you went to the grocery store hungry, didn't you?
Yeah. Yep. See? She knows me so well.
That.
She knows me so well at this point. Let's throw it over to Devin Biggs, get another look at our forecast.
Good morning, Devin.
And thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. With a large supply of ammo and stock, custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today. Alrighty, fog is still an issue again this morning. We have some reduced visibilities near the Bangor and Rockland area. This will begin to improve soon, though, as we will be watching some rain. I'll be getting out of here, too. And the sun may try to peek out later into the day before it goes down. But meanwhile, we've had some decent rainfall, around 1 to 2 inches in a few spots, so much needed rain in some spots. While in other spots, so not a lot of rain, but either way, though, we'll definitely take what we can get at this point. The radar is still showing a few showers that are moving through. No lightning with this. This is all tracking from the southwest to the north and east. The lightning tracker is on. We're not seeing any returns on that this morning, so that's a little bit of good news. There's a little bit of rain to kind of help you sleep out there from last night to this morning, but maybe hard to wake up in a few areas because it's still a little bit dreary out there as all this right here continues to track off towards the north and east. But notice nothing behind it, though, except for maybe a few sprinkles as the rain will start to back off later on today into the afternoon period before a few more showers try to develop later on tonight. So as for futurecasts, the clouds will try to get out of here. Maybe a quick break to allow some sunshine. Then a few more showers try to get in here as we get towards early Wednesday morning. As for the wind, though, not too bad. It'll be out of the north today in a few spots at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. The directions may change just a little bit, but staying relatively calm moving forward for the next several days or so. So your forecast for today, middle 70s, some morning showers, then becoming mostly cloudy. The sun possibly coming out late. Northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, lower 60s, a few showers, areas of dense fog as well, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. And your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period becoming cloudy. Temperatures in the 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Thank you, Devin.
Can you change it to sunshine, or is that's not how this works?
No. Well, look, it's always worth an ask.
It's worth a try, right? Well, yesterday in Old Town, 5 Maine Forest Rangers were sworn in. The ceremony took place outdoors at the Maine Forest Service Regional Office.
To become a Maine Forest Ranger, qualified individuals must obtain an associate's degree in a variety of educations, have successfully passed the Maine Criminal Justice Academy's alert examination, as well as their physical fitness test, and be willing to be relocated anywhere in Maine, among other qualifications. Congratulations to Ranger Gray, Ranger Bagley, Ranger Noyes, Ranger Huisman, and Ranger Machado on their next step in their careers. Folks in and around the town of Winterport got to experience a piece of history over the weekend as the Winterport Dragway hosted the Pine Tree Jamboree.
It's a vintage drag race featuring cars from the 30s, 40s, and 50s. And as Jody Hersey shows us, it's a show unlike any other.
History roared to life at Winterport Dragway's Pine Tree Jamboree, a drag race featuring Ford flathead V8 engines from 1953 or earlier.
If someone comes with a 1919 Model T and they want to race it, they absolutely can. These cars, they're basically horse and buggies with motors in them.
This special event is the brainchild of Pittsfield, New Hampshire resident Eli English.
So Winterport is a throwback. It's basically, I call it sacred ground. It's a place where that time forgot. It was an airport runway way back in the 40s, and then in 1967 they started racing cars here, and they've raced cars here ever since.
Vintage car owners from Texas, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, and other states drive their campers and trailer their well-worn and well-loved race cars to the Winterport Dragway, where for 3 days these drivers can race their set of wheels down the drag strip as fast and as often as they like.
You can putt down the track if you want, or you can burn the tires and go as fast as you can.
Pine Tree Jamboree participants don't compete for a cash prize at this event or even a trophy. Instead, they race for the experience and the bragging rights.
We're really truly just racing against ourselves. We're not racing to win. So if my car can go home under its own power, I've won.
There's no denying these automobiles are the main attraction of the Pine Tree Jamboree, but for classic car owner Bonnie Dyer of Fairfield, it's also about the people.
It's meeting new people. We all share the same interests. There's no egos. Everybody tries to help out everybody if they want to help.
In Winterport, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
I was there.
I know, right?
That looks so fun. Well, new data on the rental market suggests rent hikes could disappear soon. According to Redfin, the median rent costs surged 14% from a year ago as of July, but the market tracking company says asking rents are going down compared to May and June's median rent, which was 16% and 15% respectively.
Redfin's chief economist says big hikes in rent may end soon as landlords adjust to tenants who are consistently dealing with inflation strains. However, he said places with a strong job market and limited housing options might still see rent increase.
Still to come here this morning, we'll have your latest Tom Brady updates. Tyler Cruz and Dave Peck will have the details when we return.
But first, here's a quick look at your forecast. Let's see how it's shaping up to be. Oh, more rain and a little bit of overcast, but that's okay. We do need it. We'll see a high of 75 degrees today. Scattered showers this evening. Temperatures dropping down to a cool 63. And tomorrow we're back up in the high 70s with scattered thunderstorms.
Luna Family Auto Sales is a locally owned business run by a husband and wife team.
Here at Luna Family Auto Sales, we combine our passion for cars with providing service to the community and local economy.
featuring no dark or hidden fees at all. We offer financing for all credit types and service everything we sell.
Check out our website at lunafamilyautosales.com.
Or come in and say hi. We'd love to meet you and introduce ourselves. Luna Family Auto Sales, 649 Stillwater Ave, Old Town.
The Piscataquis Valley Fair, an old-time country fair, August 25th through the 28th in Dover-Foxcroft. This reminder brought to you by Puritan Medical Products Company, maker of disposable medical devices since 1919, is hiring. Log on to PuritanMedicalProducts.com today. And McCusick Petroleum in Dover-Foxcroft, offering oil, propane, kerosene, motor oil, and burner service. Call 564-3406.
Help Maine children win the fight against cancer by supporting the Heroes Hope Healing McDonald's Golf Classic, presented by Bangor Savings Bank. To date, the event has raised more than $500,000 to support Northern Light Pediatric Cancer Care. In addition, the McDonald's Golf Classic supports Camp Hope, a free summer camp for children with cancer or blood disorders. You can help support the kids by registering or donating today at mcdonaldshhhgc.org. Sign up for You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Pick who you think is going to win and compete against other fans for prizes.
Good morning, everyone. Well, Husson men's soccer is coming off one of its best regular seasons in history. Now they're on to 2022, but this year the backdrop of preseason looks a little different.
We're on a mission. We're on a mission to prove a point. Okay? The point is pretty simple.
In a season that showed so much positive, 2021 ended in disappointment for Husson men's soccer.
The fact of the matter is we didn't beat Farmington. They took their chance. We didn't. And it's been hurting every day since.
Losing in the NAC semis, the Eagles fell short of their goal to reach NCAAs. But this year, the bar is one rung higher.
Winning an NCAA game would be writing history for this program. And it's an opportunity for all of these quality players that are here together to be able to do that.
The path to history officially began this week, not on the comfort of Butcher Field, but on the pitches of Portugal, as Husson reconvened overseas for a week-long excursion centered around one goal.
The best teams are united, right? So that's what this trip is really doing.
We're in this place, so there's no one else except for us. I mean, of course, there's other people at the hotel, but we don't know them. And so it forces guys to say, hey, what are you doing?
And less than 48 hours into their trip, the Eagles have already done quite a bit together, starting with an impromptu game of hacky sack at the baggage claim.
Everyone starts joining in. Other people are watching us. Like, who are these Americans, like, being crazy in the airport?
In just a short time, they've taken stadium tours, watched pro matches, even played some volleyball while exploring the country of Portugal. All, of course, while balancing their daily work on the pitch.
We'll play in a wide area. That's okay. I don't mind. We can come here and miss everything because all we're doing is training. And at that point, you think, well, why did we pay all this money to come just to be able to train here?
But whether you call it work or play, the underlying current of team building makes every situation a worthwhile experience for a unit looking to make history this season.
1, 2, 3, 2. It's been 3 long months since players have seen each other that have left. And it's an opportunity to get that group together and build those relationships up a bit.
Just an incredible experience for them to have. And while we're talking college soccer, how about Maine over the weekend? 4 goals for the Black Bears in Sunday's win over St. Peter's, and a Rookie of the Week honor for one of Maine's own. Freshman Madison Michaud, who graduated from Gorham last year, has been named America East Rookie of the Week after just 1 game at the college level. Michaud scored her first collegiate goal late in the first half to give Maine a 2-0 lead in a game they'd eventually win 4-0. The Black Bears return to action on Thursday night for a 7 p.m. first touch versus Merrimack. And we will have coverage of that as well later on in the week. For now, let's talk some football because the Patriots are into their final week of training camp after last Friday's preseason win over the Panthers. Not all good news in the days following that game, most notably being the health of rookie wide receiver Tyquan Thornton. He's expected to miss 8 weeks with a collarbone injury, but teammate Jacoby Myers is optimistic about the rookie going forward.
He's a great kid, and I think he's going to be perfectly fine. If anybody can handle it, I think he'll be the guy that can, We know what he brings to the table, and he knows what he brings to the table. And he got a great support system around him, a lot of great guys in the room, so I think he'll be all right.
While Thornton remains in Foxborough for now, the rest of the team has already arrived in Las Vegas for joint practices with Josh McDaniels and the Raiders. Belichick said Monday that any group sessions are good,
but doing it on the road is even more valuable.
We're in one spot, and they enjoy hanging out with each other and doing things together, and football or non-football. So it's a good opportunity, and it prepares us for the games we're going to have on the road this year.
Sounds a lot like Husson men's soccer. There you go. And that matters even more for the Patriots because they will return to Vegas in Week 15 of the regular season to be maybe a little bit more accustomed to that dry heat is what they're calling it. While we're talking the Raiders, though, what an odd series of events it's been for Tom Brady. First, the guy retires, then unretires. News breaks about tampering in Miami. Dana White says he nearly went to Las Vegas. And oh, by the way, most recently, he's been missing from training camp for the last 2 weeks. But on Monday, Brady returned to practice for the first time since August 11th when he left the team for personal reasons. No one truly knows why, at least publicly, where Brady's been and why he left about 12 days ago. There have been rumors that he was maybe shooting Masked Singer for Fox, that he was maybe taking care of his family on vacation. Who really knows? The only thing we do know is by all accounts, he's ready to go for his third season in Tampa Bay. And just in case you did care, which I know you don't, I just drafted Tom Brady in my fantasy draft, so I believe that he will be there come Week 1 for the Buccaneers. All right, that's sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Your favorite restaurants for half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Here's this week's featured deal.
Mainly Pizza is not just pizza. They have grocery items, baked goods, breakfast sandwiches, and subs. They also have freshly baked desserts and ice cream, all in a family atmosphere. A visit to Mainly Pizza is worth the drive.
On sale Thursday at 9 a.m. A limited supply available half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
Welcome to Montana, a place where the horizon never ends, full of friendly folk just trying to do right. But in the untamed wilderness, you never know what's going to be coming around the bend. One thing's for certain, once you set foot in this place, you may never want to go home again. And you might not.
Mondays are my favorite day, because that's when I come back here and see all you guys again. Fail. Oh, that's a fail. Make way! Smart kid coming through. Don't look at him with your regular IQ.
Sweet baby Jesus and the grown one, too.
You got this, Janine.
I don't believe that she does.
And she's down. I'm okay. No, ow, I'm okay.
And with Tuesday's business news, here's Leo Jonathan.
The Dow sank 643 points, nearly 2% by the closing bell Monday. The S&P lost over 2%, and the Nasdaq closed down 2.5%. Apple wants to make more iPhones outside China. Bloomberg says the company is preparing to begin manufacturing the iPhone 14 in India a couple of months after the iPhone's initial release. More employers are cutting back on maternity and paternity leave. The Society for Human Resources Management says the share of companies offering leave beyond what is required by law dropped to 35% this year. And it's getting a little cheaper to offer beef for dinner. Retail prices for beef were down 0.7% in July compared to a year ago, and yet still at historically high levels. I'm Leo Jonathan with Tuesday's Business on ABC 7.
Ever wonder what your house would look like if you lived on Mars? I don't. I haven't, not gonna lie. Well, a team of artists and scientists are now revealing a model home they say could be the perfect sustainable space dwelling on the red planet.
Fox News correspondent Ashley Strohmeyer takes a closer look.
While the housing market on Earth remains a little dicey, a new project is giving us a glimpse of what our future homes may look like on Mars.
This is a place for people to think about future living.
Located in Bristol, England, a team of artists are unveiling their rendition of a typical Martian home after spending 7 years working with scientists, space experts, and engineers to research the best ways we can live sustainably on the red planet.
It's gold to reflect dangerous solar rays and cosmic radiation, and it's inflatable because it would be filled with a special concrete made of the dust and water that you find on Mars.
The Golden Dome will be the top of the two-story complex. It'll serve as the main living space and a hydroponics center where special plants can grow to assist with health and wellness.
Underground in the amazing lava tubes which exist under the surface of Mars, that's where the bedrooms and bathrooms would be.
The second level of the home is where things get a little more compact.
In here is your bedroom. They're tiny. This is your only private space in the whole house. This is where you keep your things, you do some work, and then over here is the toilet.
Meanwhile, the home will also feature solar panels for power and be able to withstand temperatures of negative 81 degrees, which is standard on Mars. To build a home that can function in those conditions, architects turn to the Arctic for inspiration.
Antarctica is often considered by the big space agencies as the best terrestrial analogue for space exploration.
The Martian home officially opens its doors to visitors at the end of this month. They remain open until mid-October. Ashley Strohmeyer, Fox News.
And thanks to the James Webb Space Telescope, we have a new look at Jupiter. Scientists released these shots of the solar system's biggest planet on Monday. The photos were taken in July and captured unprecedented views of Jupiter's northern and southern lights.
Jupiter's great red spot is a storm that is big enough to swallow planet Earth. It stands out in the pictures alongside several other storms. One wide-field picture shows faint rings around the planet as well as two tiny moons. The research team behind the telescope says the images were artificially colored in blue, white, green, yellow, and orange in order to make the features stand out.
And now here's Devin Biggs with one final look at our full weather forecast.
Good morning, Devin.
Thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. With a large supply of ammo in stock, custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today. Already fog's a problem out there in a few areas this morning, seeing reduced visibility at around 1 to 3 miles. This may get a little bit thicker in a few spots this morning, so we'll keep the fog rolling for a little while. But of course, rainfall. We've had some decent rainfall, and this is just as of this morning with the latest reports that have come in. Other areas, not a whole lot. Others, about 1 to 2 inches, which is good news. We definitely need the rain out there, so this would definitely help out the drought situation in a few areas. And we are still seeing a little bit of rain out there this morning, mainly across the eastern parts of the viewing area, just to the north of Bangor as well. This is all tracking off towards the north and east. A few showers to the south and west, too. Nothing too extreme at this point. This will start to back off as we head toward the latter parts of the day, as low pressure tracks off towards the north and east. But again, we're not done just yet. So this is just the first round of rain I'll be moving through. We'll catch a break today, though, with even the sun coming out later on tonight, at least before the sun sets, I should say, later in the afternoon or the evening time frame, the sun will come out. Then by tonight, though, the clouds begin to move in again as another little round of a few showers try to sneak in here, though, from another system that'll try to sneak in. So the pattern's still staying active, and we will get a little bit of a break later this afternoon. But again, we definitely need the precipitation. Here's the drought monitor that was released last Thursday. Moderate and severe drought still across a good part of the state, so any rainfall that we do get definitely will help things out. As the wave heights are up a little bit, though, because of the area of low pressure moving in at around 2 to 4 feet, according to the buoys. No small craft advisory in effect at this point. They're not expected to get much higher. But, man, this is a nice change. The winds will not be an issue at all, remaining relatively calm for the next several days or so not much of a worry there in a few areas. But our average high is 79 degrees. We'll be in the middle to upper 70s for the next few days, so overall not too bad. The lower 80s on the way by Thursday. Then back in the upper 70s Friday, Saturday, lower 80s by Sunday, and then lower 80s again as we head towards your Monday. Muggy mirrors showing dew points that will be up there a little bit, reaching up into the lower to maybe middle 60s between now and as we head towards Friday before another system moves in, drops us back down to the comfortable category as we head towards Saturday and even into parts of Sunday. Futurecast moving forward, we'll get a lot of the rain out of here. A break in the clouds allowing some sunshine to peek through late before it goes down. Then clouds move in again, allowing a few more showers to sneak through. Nothing too ridiculous going on there. It will keep chances for a few showers and even a few rumbles of thunder going as we head towards Wednesday as well, with a mixture of clouds and sunshine otherwise in a few spots. How much rain for the rest of today, though? Nothing too ridiculous. Maybe a few isolated areas of higher amounts, but pretty much a lot of the accumulating rainfall, we are just about done. We're running this all the way through Saturday. About 3/4 of an inch could still fall. So again, more beneficial rain on the way between now and Saturday. So your forecast for today, middle 70s, some morning showers, otherwise mostly cloudy. That northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Lower 60s tonight, a few showers, areas of dense fog as well, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, upper 70s, scattered showers and thunderstorms possible. West wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. A small chance of storms on Thursday, highs in the low 80s. By Friday, more storms, highs in the upper 70s. And we dry out by Saturday, mostly sunny, highs in the upper 70s.
Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor is the best and only spot you should go to for your rug cleanings. Serving Maine for more than 70 years, we care about your rugs. Clean rugs last longer, and our family takes pride in being the professionals that you can trust. Our cleaning process consists of soaking your rug in a bath, shampooing, rinsing, and drying in a humidity-controlled dry room, making sure no detail is overlooked. Need a repair? We fully service every type of rug for you. Saliba's Rug Cleaners.
We care about your rugs.
In Maine, it's always buying season. And at Thornton Brothers in Lincoln, we carry new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams for your buying season. Here at Thornton Brothers, we'll help you find the right vehicle specifically for you to suit your lifestyle. As they say, the proof is in the performance. So come on over and test drive a real vehicle from a real dealership, or place your order with us and see why it really is buying season here in Maine. Thornton Brothers, Main Street, Lincoln.
Michael, we're taking you to the hospital.
Too many traffic fatalities are caused by speeding.
Hang in there, Michael.
Every day, 25 people die from car crashes caused by speeding.
Stay with me, Michael.
Nearly all these fatalities occur on the roads we drive every day to work, school, and shopping.
Michael! Michael!
Every time you speed, you increase the odds that your last ride will be in the back of an ambulance.
How does a 48-year-old ex-guidance counselor become an FBI agent? Life experience. My second act is just getting started.
Weather with meteorologist Conrad Supinski on ABC 7 News. Put a little more cash in your bank. Save money with half-off deals at foxbangor.com.
Miller High Life wants to give you the atmosphere of your local dive bar without you having to be there. The company is unveiling its new dive bar ice cream. The dive bar contains hints of tobacco, smoke flavor, dark chocolate, and caramel.
It also has 5% alcohol and a sprinkle of carbonated candy to give the frizziness of a freshly poured beer. Fans from all parts of the U.S. will be able to get a six-pack of the unique treat at Tipsy Scoop and goldbelly.com. Now, buyers must be 21 years or older to purchase, and that is pretty amazing. I just got to bring up, do you remember Wendell Willbrooks, I think it is, or Middlebrooks? Wendell Middlebrooks. He was the guy in the High Life commercials that would go in and take the beer and say, if you mess with the High Life mess with you.
I don't remember
You
this.
don't remember these
No.
commercials? Oh, my God. He was awesome. He did pass away a couple years ago, but he was incredible. Oh, it always brings me back memories to the Miller High Life.
I know, the best commercials. The beer companies are really, really sneaky with their commercials. They're good. Would you try it, though?
The chocolate tobacco didn't mix well with me. But honestly, I can't say I wouldn't try it because I've tried the mac and cheese ice cream and I didn't think that was going to be good. It wasn't, but you know.
I would definitely try that and this. But I think it's interesting, the tobacco smoke, because when people will try to get hints from wine and they'll do wine testing, it's like, okay, I'm getting hints of chocolate and tobacco, and it's like, okay, I'd try it. Well, Good Morning America is next on ABC 7.
Stay with us for the second hour of Good Morning Maine. That is next on Fox 22, and have a great Tuesday.
Hey everyone, today's an exciting day. I'm joined by my old friend, Mr. Ellis Williams, aka Mr. Biggs, one of the founding fathers of hip-hop from the mighty Soul Sonic Force, who, by the way, happened to be a Car Shield customer, and I had no idea.
When I saw you representing Car Shield, I knew Car Shield was the real deal. You've always been official.
You called me and you told me, you said, man, I got Car Shield, and it worked. What made you get it?
You know, I was actually watching a football game at the time. Car Shield commercial came on, I was like, you know what? I have this old SUV, and I know the manufacturer warranty is about to run out. I didn't want to get stuck with expensive car repairs.
Right.
So I gave CarShield a call. Coverage was very affordable, and there was no long-term contract. A few months after that, transmission went on my car. I took it to my mechanic. Mechanic knew of CarShield. They called CarShield and saved my family and I $2,400.
CarShield is America's #1 auto protection company. Their administrators have paid out over $1 billion in claims and cover most vehicles from $5,000 to $150,000.